Hey friends, my name is Anthony, and I had the honor of attending becoming the Ashram, and the emotions that I've experienced were a wide range from the anticipation, then getting there was the excitement of, seeing Zach and Mitch. It almost felt dreamlike because I'm so used to seeing them on the phone, and it's different when you see them in person. So first getting there was just so cool. And as we got into some of the practices, all sorts of emotions came up because we're doing yoga practices, doing some breathing exercises, and it brought up some emotions that were stuck, I guess you could say. But the important thing for me was that I was able to let them go and release some of them and accept a lot of the things that were going on at the time. And leaving there was bittersweet because I knew I had to get home to my family, but it's almost like leaving your best friends that you knew forever. It felt like, that weekend felt like a very long weekend in a good way. And going home on the plane, I was sad because I really had a great time. It was a monumental experience for my life. Out of all of the practices, all of the exercises that we did that were fantastic, I'm going to say my favorite part was probably just sitting around and laughing our asses off about everything. It was like being a kid again, and it was so much fun. If you're going to be attending the retreat, or you're thinking about attending the retreat and you're wondering what to expect, I would say expect an environment that's safe, an environment that's loving, that's accepting, where you could be yourself. You could let any vulnerability that you might have open up and talk to anybody. It was a very, very comfortable place. Immediately following the ashram retreat, my mood was so peaceful. I had this just general sense of well-being, but I also had a sense of curiosity on, okay, now that I've done some inner work, I'm going to be returning to the same place that I left. But I left a certain way, certain feelings towards, family, friends, whatever it might be. How am I going to apply some of the things I learned? And more importantly, what did I embody from the experience? I think the biggest epiphany that I had was I realized that I was letting my external world control my inner state of being. Like if there were dishes in the sink, or there was a mess in the house, or there were clothes on the floor, and it was putting me in a mood, and I would stay in that mood. And after doing some of these techniques that I learned, the breath work specifically, I realized that none of that stuff was really the reason why I was feeling that way. It went all the way back to childhood, needing control, and that was the environment I grew up in. So it was reminding me of that. But when I got myself to a peaceful place, when I got my inner world to be peaceful, I came back to the same environment, the same people, the same dishes, the same clothes. And I felt like a completely different person because I was no longer letting my external reality control my inner world. Instead, my inner world was actually controlling my outer world. This retreat is really good for anybody, but if you're a person that has gone through, let's say, years of therapy and you're not seeing results, if you're a person that enjoys yoga, if you're a person that has trouble sleeping, if you have arguments with a lot of people, you maybe find it hard to see yourself comfortable in social situations, if you're curious about how other cultures do their devotions and prayers, it's hard to pinpoint exactly who the retreat would be good for, but I'd say if you're human, the retreat is for you. Oh, and one of the big ones, if you suffer from any kind of depression or anxiety, I would strongly recommend going on the retreat. I didn't have the money either at the time. I wasn't sure how I was going, but I knew I was going. So if you're slightly on the fence, if it's financial, don't let that stop you. That'll work itself out. If you don't want to leave your family, I have a wife and son also that I didn't want to leave for the weekend. But when I tell you the benefits that I came back home with and the tools made me a better husband and a better father to my son, there is no reason not to go.